Right, hello everybody. Seems that people are actually turning up in chat now, because weirdly the stream was started for about 2 minutes, but I guess it doesn't give the notification out straight away all the time. So what I'll be doing is streaming about an hour of Mount & Blade Warband. So if you don't know what Mount & Blade is, it's a sort of medieval game RPG where you run around and hack people up with a sword. So let's set the chat up, hopefully, so I can read it on my phone as I play the game. Now, it might be a bit easier for me to actually read the chat in this game because Mount & Blade isn't too fast-paced. So we're going to start a new game. Mount & Blade Warband, as the title of the stream suggests. We might as well make our character a good fighter for just messing about for an hour in a stream. No idea, I got it years ago. So, it's generally on Steam on sale quite cheaply most of the time. There's a few expansions and things for it as well, but I was trying to remember what the important stats are when you first start out. Probably looting as well. Yeah, and I want wound treatment because I want to heal as I walk around the map. Okay, so I've got 84 archery, which is a fairly good starting stat. I'll put the rest into one-handed so I can use a falchion and shield. That's going to be a stupid name to use, but let's do that. I've streamed live a few times. But yeah, I'm doing it a bit more often now, but I generally just choose a different game to play each time I do a stream. But I'll probably do some Q&A type streams again at some point. Let's just randomise the face a load of times. Let's go with that guy. We'll do Swadier, because I think you can get fairly easy to kill bandits there. Right, I'll check chat again in a second, but at the moment I need to kill the bandit from like that opening cutscene. I don't know what happens if you actually lose this, but I assume you'd have to be quite bad at the game to lose this. I say that and I'm nearly dead. Oh, well there we go. That's the first time I've ever lost that fight. Yeah, my name's Liam. Yeah, I'll give Daniel, if I'm pronouncing that right, a shout out because he comments on a lot of my stuff. And he made quite a cool homemade drinking tube for his FM12 gas mask. Right, okay, so I've somehow managed to lose like the easiest fight in the game. So this is going to go well for the stream, isn't it? But yeah, when I get questions, if I do answer questions in this, I'll read them out, because, yeah, the problem with YouTube live chat is the comments don't display later on in the comments box, so people have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm glad you enjoy the videos, Grayson. Right, so now I need to go get volunteers. Most of my videos are alright for not being demonetized, but I think that's because my channel's sort of big enough that I don't, but it can still happen totally at random. Oh, yeah, the silencer asked, have my videos been demonetized? Because, yeah, I keep forgetting to actually read out the questions. Yeah, Spooky Bane, I do see you from making comments. Well, Beast Blocks 5, I hope that you're not using your GP5 filter. Now, with the actual, like, tutorial quest, how many, collect 5 men, okay, so I've got at least more than 5 men. Rabbit Power, I've got 7 Days to Die, but I don't have it installed, so I'd actually have to learn how to play it again before I stream it. The next stream I might do will actually probably be a Q&A stream, because I know a few people have been asking, can I do like a gas mask Q&A stream? So, yeah, I'll probably do. Next stream I do will probably be a Q&A one. Yeah, that's fine, Ben. If you want to use footage from my videos for some sort of college thing, something proper, yeah, do so. The only thing I don't like is just when people randomly download my videos and re-upload them. That's a good question, Spooky Bane. With the gas mask videos, quite often I do want to diversify content a bit. The issue is that YouTube very much rewards channels that only keep making the same content over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So that means I can't diversify too much, which is why I'm trying to do this as streams, because people are always more interested in streams. The issue is, if I start suddenly doing videos on other subjects, people won't watch them, and then my channel will just collapse in on itself, because YouTube will basically be like, oh, this person's abandoned their subscribers. Right, so let's have a fight with these guys. Right, so I've got 9 troops versus their 4, so it should be quite easy. Right, I'll actually get off the horse because I hate trying to control horses in this. Get the guys to follow me to start with and go to the top of the hill. Now, unlike that Freeman Guerrilla Warfare thing I was playing the other day, this is a lot easier in the sense that enemies in Mount and Blade always just charge straight towards you, so it only becomes difficult when there's a massive amount of enemies on some of the bigger battles. I don't think my bow will even shoot that far. Oh, actually, it's got a fairly good thing. Normally it pops up shot meter at the distance. I don't know. The shot meter thing didn't come up. I'll charge everybody else forwards. So Ben, you asked, will I be getting Kingdom Come Deliverance? I might do at some point. I'm probably not going to buy it yet because I heard it's absolutely filled with bugs, but I am kind of wanting to get that because it was made by a lot of the developers of Mafia 2, the sort of Czech company, whichever one it was, 2K, the Czech, was it 2K variants of the Czech one? I can't remember, but yeah, I've liked some of the previous games a lot of the people have worked on in that, so yeah, I wouldn't mind. I definitely want to get Kingdom Come Deliverance. I'm just going to wait till they iron out a lot of the initial bugs of it so I don't get put off initially. So Spooky Bane said, have I ever been attacked on the street? Yeah, when I used to work my old job, I used to get threatened by junkies a lot. You'd now and again have them take a swing at you. That's why I used to end up wearing Kevlar to work, because it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of them would pull a knife on you. Yeah, Daniel, at some point I'll play FPS games. I did do some Stalker streams not too long ago. No Rabbit Power, I'm not a fan of Skyrim. The only Bethesda game I really like is Morrowind, because Bethesda are kind of very bad at game design. They're famous for making RPGs, but they're not very good RPGs. At least in how complex you can make RPGs and good ones. I'm playing this on a PC. I think somebody did say earlier, Grayson, that you can get this on a console. Or like there's a PS Store version of it or something. I just used to work in a warehouse in my old job. But the problem wasn't with the job, it was literally going to and back from work, because you couldn't park at the job. You had to get public transport, then wander around some quite dodgy areas. There's already a mod, Beast Blocks 5, that apparently means that you can do Kingdom Come Deliverance. Saving that without the need of an item or whatever it is. That's apparently got loads of downloads already, but as I said, my issue is that I'm going to wait for him to polish the bugs out before I actually... No, Kieran, I don't really have any interest in the Metro games, I'm afraid. I did that video on the gas masks in 2033 recently, but I have no interest in really streaming cinematic type games. I want to do the more open world type ones. Now, somewhere there's meant to be the bandit hideout here, but I can't remember. Maybe I have to scroll around a bit to find it. I've played a few of the Total War games. So yeah, Winston Churchill, I've played quite a few Total War games. I quite like Shogun 2. I mean, Rome 2 I installed recently, because I know they eventually fixed a lot of the problems of Rome 2 when it first came out. But anyway, where's the bandits hideout, whatever it is I'm meant to be looking for? Attack the bandit lair. Near Elberl. Right, where's Elberl? Ah, there we go. Kidnapper's hideout is tiny over there. Yeah, I've played Risk both as a board game, Kieran, and the like PC version of Risk. I quite like playing Monopoly, to be honest. I started playing Tabletop Simulator with some friends recently because that was on sale for like £7 the other day on Steam, and you can get a lot of fun out of that. Yeah, Beast Blocks, you're right, I should do more videos where I just mess about with stuff. I think that would make a nice change. As I've said in other streams, if you want to suggest video ideas, a stream probably isn't the best way to do it, because I'll forget and I can't see the comments afterwards. So the best thing to do would be to write that as a comment on another thing, and then like, if you've got funny ideas for a video, I can credit whoever's said them, or pin their name at the top of the thing, so maybe people will check out your channel as well if you've got good ideas. Kidnapper's hideout, come on, there we go, attack the hideout. I've got World in Conflict, Winston, on my Steam library, but I've never actually played it. I play quite a lot of Wargame, and I've been playing, what's that, Steel Division, the Normandy one, that Eugen made quite recently, because that was on sale, so I finally ended up getting that. Ben, if you want tips for YouTube stuff, it would be try and do videos that nobody else really does, and then just consistently make those videos. Most of the channels I've seen that have got gone up in views really fast are generally channels that do fit something different. So obviously I'd have no idea what to suggest for that, but if you've got an interest that you're kind of really into, and you're passionate about, try and do videos on that and do it in an interesting way. I found recently on YouTube longer videos seem to be more popular than shorter videos now. That's kind of how Google are changing a lot of the algorithms, it seems. So if you do long videos, I think they normally rank those a bit better and channels that do them a bit better. Alright guys, tanking here. There we go. Like Men of War Assault Squad, do you mean, Winston? Yeah, I quite like the Men of War games, if it is that. Okay, cool. Yeah, let me lower the sound of that then. Just give me a moment. Oop. Right, that's all I can hold in my inventory. Right. Right, I should hopefully be quite a bit quieter. Yeah, it's all the Warband noises. If you've ever played a Nord Invasion mod, you'd find that that becomes stupidly loud when you've got like hordes of 100 enemies constantly doing that every wave. No, Spooky Bane, I did not know that there was a place where they renamed something to Adolf Hitler Platz. I guess Platz is like Plaza, is it? Then to Joseph Stalin Plaza. And now it's Schützenplatz. Oh, thank you very much, Austin, for the $1. Right, what I need to do now is go to the town and sell off all the gear I've looted, but what I'm going to do first, because I normally don't play with pole arms in this, is, well, let me find the most worthless item in my inventory to drop first of all. Right, club, that will do. Okay, now pop that back in. Alright, take that falchion, rusty falchion, so it's not great, but it's a falchion. Oh, that's 10 to body armor, that's 24 to body armor. Ah, okay, so it's not Plaza, it's Park, my bad. Ben, I keep getting asked about do I like the Fallout games. I kind of like Fallout 1 and 2 for how they were, you know, like the writing in them and everything like that, but I find them a bit kind of antiquated to play. As for Fallout 3, Bethesda did some alright things with it, but as I said, I'm not a fan of Bethesda. I really like Fallout New Vegas because Obsidian actually kind of went back to the sort of dark humour style of the earlier Fallout games. And it's more of a proper RPG. But then I'm not a big fan of Fallout 4 either, because they just keep kind of dumbing the games down. No, Daniel, I didn't know that you can't donate. I guess that's a YouTube issue. I mean, if anybody did want to donate, you can donate to me through Patreon as well, and I get technically more per donation from that. So that's an option. You can donate whatever you want on Patreon. Normally it's like $1 per month for my patrons, but it lets you do whatever you want through that. Alright, see you, Grayson. Yeah, as I was saying, Kieran, I don't expect people to donate to me at all. It's nice for the people who do. Like I said, I'm very happy that people do want to, but it's totally up to them. Right, anyway, let me sell off my things. So I'll just kind of sell off everything now. Oh, I don't want to sell dried meat, do I? Because that's the food for the party. Oh, you can only pay 500. Right, let me take one of those back. Do I still have some knives? And I'll go see the merchant. Yeah, I've got Hearts of Iron 4. I haven't played it much. I really liked Hearts of Iron 3, but I never got fully round to learning Hearts of Iron 4. Right, he's saying, oh, we need to attack the corrupt city guards or something, so let's just do this quest. Winston, yeah, I do like movies. I've done a few YouTube videos where I talk about movies I like. I quite like Stanley Kubrick films, to be honest. John Carpenter's probably my favourite director, though, because I like a lot of his old stuff. Spooky Bane, I do have a Discord server, but it's for patrons only, so it's hidden behind a $1 per month paywall. I'm mostly just doing that just to make sure people are in it who actually want to be there, not just to cause trouble. Oh, so Hoovy, I actually do have Company of Heroes 2 on my Steam account, I just haven't played it in ages. I kind of like Men of War, though, more than Company of Heroes, because I prefer the sort of higher damage, more micromanagey RTS games. Yeah, to be honest, that is a very good thing to say, Ben. I should probably do my FAQ type videos in a playlist so it's easier for people to find them, rather than just continuously getting angry that people don't remember everything I've ever said on all my videos ever. Oh, I barely did anything there, but okay. Right, I'm going to go to the tavern and see if I can recruit that mercenary crossbowman if he's still there. Right. Leave. Okay, so I actually have a warband now. Not a very good warband, but I do have a warband. Right, let's upgrade these recruits to militias. Oh, the only one I can upgrade. I also... I can't level up my character yet. Okay, let's go hunt down some bandits. Alright, hang on, I've probably missed a load of stuff in chat, so let me just scroll up and read that. FP5 filters do not contain asbestos, space boundary. You are thinking of GP5 filters, the people who say FP5? Yeah. GP5 filters have asbestos and FP5 filters don't. FP5 filters, the filters Poland used to have normalised filters, you know, to replace all the old communist bloc ones. Daniel, it totally depends what the filter is for $12. If it's an expired filter, that's too much. If it's an in-date filter, like with decent protection ratings, then that's a good price for a filter. Doric DD, I've played quite a few of the Battlefield games. Bad Company 2 is still probably my favourite, though. I prefer like the ones up to Bad Company 2 rather than the newer ones. I haven't played Battlefield 1 or anything. Winston Churchill, my Patreon is $1 per month. I've set it as low as it will let me set it, because the idea was just if some people supported me on that, that's nice of them, and I don't really want to hide anything behind paywalls. I've done a video, Sahuvi, on the Polish MP5 gas mask. So that's like the most modern one I have. Sadly, I haven't seen any MP6 masks for sale yet from Poland. Yeah, P3 filters, if you've got one, yeah, modern P3 filter, like $12 isn't too bad for that. It will last you ages, but obviously P3 filters don't filter gas, they just filter dust and particulates. Spooky Bane, as in for helmets from the SS or Wehrmacht, I have a old German World War II helmet that's quite rusty and just a shell. But yeah, I don't have anything else for that because German World War II stuff is really expensive. But yeah, so Hoovy, if you look at my videos, I have got a video on the MP5 gas mask that Poland used up until recently, or still has in some regard apparently, and I've done loads of videos on the other stuff that Poland had during the Cold War, but yeah, their modern stuff isn't easily available in the surplus market yet. I mean, if you can get an FM12 for $12, that's pretty amazing, Daniel, so I'd do that. That's pretty amazing, getting an old French mouse from World War One. Alright, cool, Kieran. Good luck with your work experience. Right, let me just go back to the game for a bit, because at the moment I'm just kind of talking to people in the stream and not playing a game. So this is why I'm going to do a Q&A type video at some point. I might do that on Sunday. Maybe I'll move the video I did to do at 5 PM on Sunday to another time, and then actually just do a stream then, maybe. Alright, let's attack these looters. I don't even know, Daniel, in this, if there is friendly fire. It might be something I have to turn on in the options. But yeah, as long as I didn't shoot one of my decent men in the head, it doesn't really matter. Alright, good. I can upgrade a lot of those to better rank. Oh, there's a better falchion. Right, let me put the rusty falchion thing. I'll answer some more of your comments in a second, but just remember, as I said, the issue is when I'm doing game streams, they're not the best thing for me to constantly be checking the comments. Right, so let's just take all this to sell. Right, let me just quickly check if there was any comments I missed, like questions. Winston Churchill, no, I sadly don't have any Polish helmets. I don't really have many World War II helmets. I've got 2 Brody-style helmets, like the British ones. I don't know if they're Mark 1 or Mark II Brodies, because it's quite hard to tell the difference between Mark 1 and Mark II Brody helmets. Doruk, I don't know if you can get the SR10, if you're saying that's the Turkish. That's quite interesting then. So it's basically the Turkish copy of the S6 or SR6, and then a drinking tube in it, but it's not like an actual S10 equivalent. That sounds quite interesting. Yeah, if you can get that for like the equivalent of £18, that sounds quite interesting. So yeah, you should do that. Yeah, Spooky Bane, if you've got a family relic, I wouldn't really sell it unless you can get a lot of money for it. Right, cool, right. I am going to go back to the game again for a bit. And again, as soon as I put my phone down, it rotates the chat, so I can't look at it. Let me see if I can force my phone into portrait mode only. Yeah, let's turn auto-rotate off and leave it on portrait. That should fix it. Right, so let's go back to the marketplace and sell all this other stuff I looted. Like most RPGs, there are like merchant sort of stats you can increase. That means you get better amounts of money for the stuff you're selling. Out of interest, will the horse merchant buy the furs from me? Oh, he can't even afford it anyway. I only get 50 for this horse I've got, so I might as well keep it for now. Armor merchant, 305. How much will he buy that from me for? 328 dinars. Or dinars, however it's pronounced. Just pay whatever he can, so I can get rid of the furs. I can see there's already more comments coming in, or questions coming in, sorry, so let me just check them again. As I said, I'll definitely do a Q&A stream again, because that'll be a lot easier for me to keep answering people's questions in. Daniel, was that you're saying about American military clothes? Are they good? It depends, I think, what clothes they are. I really like American M65 jackets that they've used for ages, because they're just really good coats where you can take the liners in or out and get them in different camouflage patterns. Some of the old Yugoslavian jackets are quite similar to M65s, though. As in American, like, modern clothes, I've not actually had any, so I don't know. I mean, I like multicam stuff, but British MTP is the same stuff. Ben, are there any masks I've got my eye on? Well, I really want to get an American M40 mask at some point, but the issue is I've never seen one for a decent price. They've either always been close to £100, or I'd have to order it from America and risk breaking the law and hoping I get away with it, so I've never actually bothered ordering one yet. I mean, there's probably some like weird prototype masks, if I think of it, I'd really like as well. Oh, Fallout 2077, yeah, I used to play War Thunder quite a lot, but then I just got a bit disillusioned with it, and all the constant, you know, like, kind of pay-to-win tanks they kept putting into it. And, you know, them rebalancing the game constantly, so I kind of just got bored of playing that. Austin, I used to have a job outside of YouTube. For a while I've been making just about enough of it that I've been able to do it as a full-time sort of thing. If I found a really good part-time job, I'd probably go back to doing that, but along with YouTube stuff, but at the moment I've not really seen anything that I could manage both at once with. Yeah, MTP has the, like you say, Toby, it's got the DPM pattern underneath. MTP is also slightly more saturated. It's a bit greener and browner than multicam from what I can tell from looking at pictures. I have got a set of MTP. Oh, this is going to be close quarters. So yeah, MTP is a really nice camouflage. I'm going to do some more camo tests of MTP at some point. That guy's just stood there. No, Winston Churchill, I don't have any French helmets. If you're interested in what helmets I have, I think if you search helmets into my YouTube channel, you'll find a video where I've shown all my helmets. I don't have all that many helmets, because again, they take up space. And like all these things, I don't really have enough space. Like, I've said to a few people, the issue I have with the gas masks as well is a similar thing. That I like them and I keep buying them, and then I realise that they take up space, and then I run out of more and more space. I need to chuck more and more stuff out to make room for the gas mask. It's a never-ending cycle. So I really need to slow down buying a load of those. The World War II Polish helmets are Hoovy. I have no idea what they're actually worth, because I'm not interested in helmets enough to kind of know the values of all of them. If I was to get more helmets, I'd probably actually want to get more modern Kevlar helmets that might actually be useful. Or if I saw an East German M56 helmet for really cheap again, I might get an additional one of those, because I quite like the East German helmets that look silly. The traffic cone helmet. Right, let's fight some more looters. I mean, in early game Mount and Blade, all you actually kind of do is fight the low-level bandits. Then what you end up doing later game is you can actually kind of join a faction and fight the proper wars in it. But there's a lot of content in Mount and Blade. Like, how many hours have I played in Warband? Let's check. 100 hours I've played in this game total, apparently. So, yeah, there's a lot to do in this game. Seems those crossbowmen actually seem to have quite a decent power on them. Swaddy and militia. Spooky Bane, if ever I actually got enough subscribers to get 1 million subs on YouTube, which would be a pretty amazing thing, and I would do some sort of special video. I have no idea what. It'd be really nice if I got to 100,000 subscribers, because then they'd actually send me a silver button, like trophy thing, that I could put on my wall or something. But, like, the thing I find with subscribers, that you shouldn't really focus on it too much as a milestone. The more you get, the better. So, you know, if I had 99,999 subscribers and it went to 100,000, that's only one subscriber different, so... Although that's a milestone, yeah, it's... Oh, I still need to dump all this other stuff, or at least I can loot the money off them. Yeah, so the Brody helmets are mass-produced because America at the start of World War II was making Brody helmets still before they went to the famous M1 helmets. I think they're called M1 helmets, aren't they? I've got one, but I can't remember the name of it. And then Britain used the Brody helmet for most of World War II as well, and the interwar and everything else. Right, cool. Let me look back at the game before I forget. Right, so I need to find another town to unload all of my stuff. Suno. I'm not actually playing as Ron in this stream, Sky. No, Sahuvi, I'm not a trained historian, I just like to read books and stuff. And watch documentaries and other shit like that. So I'm not an actual trained historian at all. You can find most information online for free. Right, marketplace. Sell all this stuff. No, Daniel, I don't have a handgun, because sadly they are totally verboten in the UK. After it was Dunblane mass shooting, I think it was when they totally banned handguns. I've got some replica Denics, like pre-1870 revolvers, but they're not shooting ones. No, Kieran, I haven't seen a documentary on Hitler's private train. I thought normally the, oh wait, yeah, manhunters are more like mercenaries, aren't they? I was thinking of deserters, which are like the more bandit ones. Yeah, so Hoover, you can own shotguns with a Section 2 license, which is much easier to get, and you can get Section 1 firearms like 22 long rifle and lots of other sort of calibers, but yeah, it depends if you've actually got land to shoot them on and other stuff. Depends on how easily you can get them. Sky, I don't know if I've actually listened to Dark Matter Radio. I like the old Coast to Coast things when Art Bell did it. Because sometimes I'll just listen for the really long streams and that where people have recorded the old stuff they did, like when they did the Halloween Ghost to Ghost ones, and things like that. Yeah, it's Spooky Bane. It is 6:51 at the moment. Yeah, in the UK, you can actually be arrested for simply having gun making plans. So I need to be quite careful when people offer to send me them sometimes. Jack, I think I have like I have 70 odd something gas masks now. I can't remember the exact number. Some of those are duplicates, but I think I'd have at least like close to 70 masks, and then if you add the duplicates on, it gets closer to closer to 80, sorry. I don't think I've actually listened to any of the missing 4111s or 411s, because I've listened to a few of Arbell's things, but I don't think I've listened to that. I don't know if I have enough like camping survival things to actually survive off the thing rages. Yes, Space Boundary. GP5s are a respirator. Technically, a respirator's full name is air purifying respirator for a gas mask, what we commonly call a gas mask, but they're the exact same thing. When you say favourite non-gas mask in my collection, do you mean out of my massive collection of weird things, rewarding name 48, do you mean, like, anything out of my things? Right, thanks, Guy. I might actually check out some of his other stuff. It's just remembering to do it when I'm bored. Then that would be my falchion. Because I've shown it in a few videos, but I had a proper falchion sword commissioned. So if you don't know what a falchion is, the falchion that I'm wielding there, sword like that, military medieval cleaving swords. Normally there's all the sea raiders around here, but I can't actually see any. Right, who's there? Village farmers versus looters and deserters. Right, let's get involved in this fight. So Hoovy, yeah, if you wanted to buy a civilian grade NBC suit, you can normally get them very cheaply, so they're worth having. You can just use it for regular working with chemical stuff. Jack Finch, yeah, the GP2 was a real mask. Weirdly, I don't know if the GP1 was a real mask, but it was the first Russian civilian or Soviet civilian respirator. And, yeah, they're quite interesting, but I don't know much about them. But I don't think it would be fake, the picture you saw, because it's just a very cheaply made civilian respirator. I have done, Sahuvi, quite a few videos on cheek filter masks before. I mean, there's nothing stopping me doing more videos on them, but basically it was the US wanted this, what was meant to be a super lightweight, efficient gas mask. And then they came up with this horrible monstrosity. Right, see you, Fallout. But yeah, I mean, in grand scheme of things, I think the M17 is still a better mask than the Scott GSR, so there's always that. Maybe Austin, I was going to say Battle of the Bulge, not Battle of the Bulge, Kursk. Just, you know, that being, like, probably the biggest land battle in history. I started collecting gas masks years ago, Space Boundary, and I've just started collecting them. I've said this in a few things, because, basically, gas masks, I like collecting a lot of militaria, but gas masks generally take up a lot less space, and they are super small and efficient. They're normally very cheap, and they take up very little space compared to a lot of the other things, and they look cool and weird. Yeah, so it'll be absolutely covered in talc, but probably not asbestos. Cool, Aiden, if I'm pronouncing that right. Aiden Smart RC Adventures. Yeah, you can have your shout out. There you go. Right, let's see if I can take on these deserters. Oh, no, they're running away from me. Oh, wait, they're coming back in. I think deserters sometimes have horses, so that makes them a bit more frightening. Right, thanks for reminding everybody, Daniel, to like and subscribe. I think most people watching the stream now would probably already be subscribed, I imagine. Hopefully, Kieran, if I've got time, I want to do a live stream on Sunday, when my regular video would be up in the afternoon at like 5 PM UK time. I might do a Q&A live stream then, but if I'm not available to do that, then that will just be a regular video at that time, and then I'll sort out a live stream at another point. But I think the next live stream I'll do will probably be a Q&A one, because normally I get lots and lots of questions asked. Winston, yeah, I do like to read, although I haven't read too many full books even, recently. My most recent fiction book I read was the novelisation of Bioshock, or the prequel to Bioshock Rapture by John Shirley, but mostly I read non-fiction. Well, what I'm going to do is next time I do the live Q&A, Space Boundary, people can ask questions then, but if not, after that Q&A video, if you didn't see it live, ask questions as comments in the finished video, and then I'll be able to do them for next time I do a Q&A. No, Suvi, I haven't played Team Fortress 2 in ages. I've got Overwatch, but I haven't played that in a while, actually, to be honest. But I kind of think they ruined Team Fortress 2 with all the updates, because it went away from being a proper class-based shooter to just kind of everything, and every class can do everything. I'm just gonna so die at the moment. I'm dead. Right, I've been taken prisoner, so that means I now have to pretty much start getting up stuff from the beginning again, so this would be a good time to finish the stream, seeing as it's been going on for about an hour now, I think. So I hope you've enjoyed the stream of Mount & Blade, but yeah, next time I do a stream, I will probably do the Q&A video, so that might be Sunday, if I can get round to doing it on Sunday. If not, there'll be a regular video at 5 PM. And then, yeah, that'll probably be when I next do a stream, so rather than it being a gameplay stream the next time I do a stream. But yeah, thanks everybody, hope you enjoyed the video, and if you didn't see it all live, you'll end up being able to watch the rendered version of it when YouTube lets you do it then, watch it later. So yeah, bye everybody, see ya.